Hey everyone, welcome to Drive It Home. Well, it's springtime. That means that everyone's fancy turns to Porsche, that's right.
And sports cars.
Well, let's stay with Porsches.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm with Christian Trejo. He's a general manager of Porsche Clifton Park.
Nice to see you, Jess.
It's great to see you as always. And when speaking about Porsches in the summertime, we're talking 911s and all their varieties.
Absolutely.
But we also have a special treat this year because we have the new Boxster.
That's correct.
And its sibling, brother, sister.
Absolutely.
The Cayman.
Yeah.
Now, we were here this past Saturday, and when they did the spring event for the unveiling of the Cayman, I noticed that 2 were sold already, so that'll tell you something about the car, something about you guys as well.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jess.
But what we want to do is we want to take a nice walk around the new Cayman. It's so similar to the Boxster, but it's also very different.
It is.
Okay?
That it is.
So this particular one we have in front of us is the S version. Tell us about the engine evolution.
Absolutely. What you're going to see is, specifically with the Cayman, you're going to have the new 2.7 liter engine like is used in the Boxster. It's uprated about 10 more horsepower than the Boxster. So in this particular configuration, the 2.7 liter is going to give you 275 horsepower. In the S configuration, it's going to use the 3.4 liter, similar to the engine that's used in the 911, that is rated for 325 horsepower, up from the Boxster S, which is 315 horsepower. So engine-wise, it gives you a great amount of power. The car just handles like a dream. It drives, it gives you great power, and I mean, from driving it, it's fantastic.
Well, you know, we are talking about some of the nice evolutionary changes.
Absolutely.
I noticed one difference between this and the Boxster, and it had to do with the fog lights?
Yes, that's right. You see a couple differences in the vehicle, and they're subtle. But in the fog light specifically, what you're looking at, in the Boxster, it gives you the nice LED strip, whereas with the Cayman, it gives you the nice LED fog light, which is very nice, which is also LED, and it looks pretty sinister as it's coming towards you. Everybody always likes the lines coming to you. Not many vehicles have the nice fog light that comes to you, and this one, it looks sharp.
Yeah, it reminds me of that science fiction movie where the vehicle comes up, where the spaceship goes up instead of passing you, goes up. You get that feeling when this comes up on
you really do.
Something different about this air exchange too.
Absolutely. One thing you're going to notice here, this air dam in the front is similar to what you see in the Boxster. However, when you go with the PDK on the Cayman S, it gives you a V, and that V really just forces the air right into the intakes. It's impressive looking, and it works.
Gotcha. Now, when you were talking about handling characteristics, again, it's a Porsche.
Yes.
But I noticed they did something different with the spread.
Absolutely.
So we have a longer wheelbase. We're talking about, so we've been pushing these wheels closer to the edge of the car.
Absolutely. What you're going to have here is you have a 60 millimeter wider front track, 80 millimeter longer wheelbase. The rear track is also slightly wider, about 12 millimeters. And what that does for you is it pushes the wheels out to all 4 corners, pretty much as far as they can possibly go without really being at the full corner of the vehicle. It gives you incredible handling, incredible performance. So it helps you put all that power into the right places.
Boy, Christian, I noticed one thing right away as one of the older Porsche owners, that these wheels have a nice little retro touch to them, like the Fuchs wheels did of the 80s.
They do, absolutely, and that's the idea behind it. Like we've always mentioned, the design is always evolutionary, not revolutionary. However, that just depends on who you talk to. As far as I'm concerned, this car is substantially a better car than the previous generation.
Yes, I know. I want to talk more about that because I know you've been driving one.
I have.
You know, there's a little envy there, of course.
Of course, and please don't think that I'm saying that the previous generation wasn't great. It was great. This is just incredible.
Well, you know, I was talking to the owners of the Porsche Club, and they were saying that the Cayman has just always been a great car since it was introduced. So when you see these kinds of evolutionary changes, some have to do with styling and whatever, and of course a lot have to do with the mechanics. You just realize Porsche is doing what they've always done, which is they constantly raise the bar. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
As we move down the car, you can't help but notice, similar to the Boxster, how they've increased the size of the air intakes and have sculpted this side of the door. Beautiful touches. One thing that I've noticed, because I saw this next to one of the older generation Caymans, so the first generation Cayman, and how they have just designed this roof. It's a little bit flatter and it integrates into this rear quarter panel. I mean, just magnificently.
It's the rake of the roof and the roof structure is absolutely just impressive. And you know, when we talk about the differences between the Boxster and this, and you know how they are brother and sister vehicles, or brothers, I should say, brothers in arms. The roof structure in the Cayman is significantly stiffer than in the Boxster. Obviously, you had a roof versus detachable roof, and I'll tell you, they almost feel like two different cars, and they both have their fantastic dynamics. You have the top-down cruising in the Boxster. With this, it's just you're just so connected to the vehicle, and you feel it all the way through. It becomes like a part of your body.
And something that Porsche's always done, which is to make certain that the Roadsters or the Cabriolets have the same structural integrity that the coupes have.
That's right.
Although so many guys I know just prefer to have that hard top over them.
They do.
For that rigidity.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
right.
Okay, as we move to the back of the car, we see some familiar things with the new Boxster.
Of course.
The thing that you know that I love is the way that this trim line here, especially when the air dam is down, travels right through the tail light.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's sharp, sharp, sharp. You know, one of the differences that you see, you know, at least with the double-posted spoiler, first and foremost, it's a double-posted spoiler. In the previous generation, it was a nice sliding spoiler up, which was also sharp. This gives you a nicer look. With the Caymans and the Cayman S's, the spoiler actually rises a little bit more than they do in the Boxster, so it gives you also a cool look. But one thing also is the ladder design,
you know,
the boxed end design that's on the inside, where on the Boxster it is a ladder design, so it's still the double posts, which are nice, and the Cayman, because of the extra rise, gives you a little bit more reinforcement right there.
Yeah, it really looks sharp. Automatically deploys at 75 miles an hour.
Absolutely.
However, you can also do it manually.
Absolutely.
For those of us that when we're sitting in traffic just like to make people notice.
We like to look cool. Just like when we park them in our parking lot, we like to make them look cool, so we put the spoilers up.
And I think it works also.
Absolutely.
How about we take a look inside? Lift gate.
Nice.
And one thing, of course, that you notice right away is this additional structure right here.
Absolutely. You know, in the previous generation, while it was there, you know, of course, there's strut braces. In this particular case, it's more exposed. A lot of our customers, they take these vehicles to the track, and you know, at the track, you have to access certain parts, and the struts are an important part that, you know, the suspension is an important part that you access at the track. In this particular case, Porsche made it a lot easier to access. It pretty much opens it up right here, and then if you take off a wheel, you'll notice that the rear suspension geometry also much easier to work on, as opposed to, you know, something that's just difficult to get to.
Gotcha, sure. Again, something that Porsche does all the time. You know, it's one thing that you don't think of when you look at a car like this, but you remember the first day you take it home, which is that you've got storage.
Absolutely.
That you can travel with this car, right?
This vehicle gives you good storage in the rear and in the front.
In rear and the front, which is also very much like the 911 as well, and the Boxster. Of course, the signature S pipes, the two, dead center. I tell you what, let's take a look inside. All right, a couple of things that I noticed right away. You know, you dress when you order your cars. They're always dressed beautifully.
Thank you.
And what we mean by that, of course, is how they're optioned.
Absolutely.
And I've seen every color come through here. I've seen every option come through here. And it's the combination that's always that extra touch.
Absolutely.
You know, you're just so much more involved with the cars.
You know, the cars need to be special. They are special, but when you build them, you have to make them unique. You know, you can't make them the same car that everybody else is getting. You have to make them unique, because customers, they want a unique experience.
So here we have a beautiful white coupe with white gauges.
Absolutely.
That's a really trick touch.
Sure.
The second I opened the door, I spotted that. This is a 6-speed.
This is a 6-speed manual.
Which is, again, harkens back a bit. Of course, they do the PDK transmission.
They do.
Which everyone says is the finest.
It is fantastic.
In the marketplace. This has the steering wheel that you and I both love.
Sport design steering wheel, I believe, is a must.
I think it's a must. I absolutely agree with that. And Sport Chrono package.
This one does have the Sport Chrono package, and you know, one of the things that this vehicle with the Sport Chrono package does, like our 911 C4S, it gives you rev matching downshifts.
Yes.
It is one of the most exhilarating and one of the most satisfying features that you can get in a manual transmission. While you should be able to heel and toe and double clutch and do everything properly, this does it for you. And that's the nice thing about it. It is absolutely fantastic.
I've driven it, and it surprises you at first, of course.
Absolutely.
And then you just fall in love with it.
Incredibly.
Now, should somebody choose to override it, you can override it.
You don't have to drive in Sport Plus all the time.
Exactly.
You just take it off, and if you just want a nice smooth drive, you can have that too.
Another nice feature in this car I noticed is that these seats are optioned.
That's right. These are the 14-way power seats. That gives you a couple of different options. It gives you the 2-way seats, the 14-way seats, and the 18-way adaptive sport seats. And these 14-way seats are the nice blend of everything, because it gives you all the adjustment that our customers would like, that makes the seats comfortable. In the same respect, giving you a lot of the bolstering, a lot of the comfort, and a lot of the support that you need for spirited driving.
Sure. In other words, if you can't make these seats comfortable, you shouldn't be driving a car.
That's right.
It's kind of where we're headed with this.
Sure.
Anything else you'd like to point out about the interior here?
Just this vehicle, when you really look at it, you know, the roof structure and the roof line of it, you know, it looks like it wouldn't be so comfortable inside. But when you're inside, you have a good amount of room, and you just feel like you are in a sports car. You know, that's the nice thing about it. It gives you that nice feel. And for me, driving one of these right now on a daily basis, I have to say it's just a fantastic vehicle.
And of course, we can't complete a discussion about the interior without talking about that center console and what they've done with that.
Absolutely. It's beautiful, to say the least, but the nice thing about it is, for all of our vehicles, whether it's a 911, Cayman, Boxster, Cayenne, Panamera, you're going to have the same center stack. Comes towards you like the Carrera GT, which is where it originally comes from. But in the same respect, if you are a Porsche enthusiast and a Porsche owner, and say you have a Panamera, Cayenne, 911, and Boxster, or Cayman, you can get in from one to the other and know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And the way they lay out all the switches there for your options are just immediately at your disposal.
And very intuitive.
Without, yes, intuitive, right, sure, because you don't have to take you're not distracted at all by what that is. You happen to mention the Carrera GT, which just reminds me that Saturday we had one of those here, didn't we?
No, we do. We also have one out back right now, which is pretty cool.
Oh, God. I want to throw to that Saturday event, okay, because that was really the official spring event.
Yes.
And the unveiling of the Cayman.
Absolutely. You know, it was not only our Cayman launch, which, you know, released the vehicle to, you know, to our public and a lot of our customers who've been dying to see the car, but it was our kickoff to spring. It was our spring auto show event, and you know, we had over 200 people that came, and it was just fantastic. You saw the lineup of cars up front. You know, we tried to organize it a little bit differently this time. Tried to keep Porsche parking separate, which was nice. We tried. Sometimes somebody would sneak in there, but it was very cool. We had Porsches, Ferraris, Corvettes, BMWs of all types. It was just absolutely
as usual, it was the kind of event that you expect to see here. Car heaven. Good day.
Good day to you, Jesse.
How you doing, Christian?
I'm doing great, absolutely.
It's great to see you as always.
Thank you very much. Same here.
Wasn't it just yesterday that we were here in the fall?
It seems like just yesterday. It's a good thing the winter just kind of disappeared.
You know, if you ever want another job besides general manager, we need a meteorologist. Whenever you have an event, it's an absolutely stunning day like today.
This is about the nicest day that we've had.
So why are we here?
We're here today. We're doing our Cayman reveal for the 981 generation of the Cayman. It just came out. Today is the first day it's available for sale. Right. And with that said, we wanted to have a car show for our customers, kind of celebrate spring, because that's here too. So we have two very special things. We have the Cayman and spring, and our customers are out, as you can see, brought all their cars, parking lot's full, showroom's full. It's a great time.
Well, it's remarkable. I mean, it's car heaven here no matter what day of the week you come here. But today everybody's got their cars out.
Absolutely.
I've been walking the line, and there's just some really one-offs, you know.
There's some
beautifully optioned up Porsches.
Absolutely.
And for some reason, they always bring them right here.
They do. They do.
That says something about you guys.
We're very appreciative. We have great customers, and you know, we're close to our customers, which is nice.
Oh my God, yeah, you sure are.
Absolutely.
Hey, look, we're going to do a comprehensive walk around of the new Cayman.
Absolutely.
I think we're doing it tomorrow, actually. And but let's take a walk around, look at some of these cars. All right. So you have a great day.
You too, Jess.
And we'll catch you at the unveiling of the car.
We'll see you guys then. Thanks.
No event at Porsche of Clifton Park would be complete unless they had catering. But not just any catering. A really good friend of mine is here, but let's go find him. Well, hello there.
Hey, Jesse, how are you? Good to see you, man.
Jasper.
Always good to see you.
Yes, of course.
How's everything today?
Great. This is Jasper from Hattie's. And if anybody knows Hattie's, all I can tell you is that Try to get in there on a Saturday night and you'll find out. Absolutely my favorite restaurant, as you know. For how many years?
For a long time.
I know. So how you been?
Been great. Been great. Out here, we've got a beautiful day, beautiful cars, beautiful chicken.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a hat trick right there.
I'm shocked.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Well, I tasted some myself in the fries and the mac and cheese. I mean, give me a break. You know,
it's a good compliment to a day like today.
And you're also a great match for these guys.
Yeah, it's fun.
You are to food what they are to cars.
I'd like to think so, for sure. Absolutely.
Right. I know you got to work.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna get a little chicken in here. We'll get it going.
Welcome, Porsche friends. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody that made it out today. It's a beautiful day, and it's almost like we ordered the weather to come along with the car. But at the end of the day, it's a beautiful day. Fantastic cars out there. Great people here. It's a great time. Now on to what we're all here for. The Cayman is the car born and bred to give drivers the kind of thrills that are only found in an exhilarating twist of the road. We call this living by the code of the curve. And the only way to unlock the curve is with a mid-engine balance, increased power, and curved carbon precision of the new Cayman. Here it is.
So here we are outside looking at the brand new Cayman, and I ran across Rich. Hi, Rich.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name is Jesse.
Jesse.
So you drove in?
Yes, I did.
What'd you drive in?
1970 Targa.
Oh, which one?
The red one.
Oh, I'm right behind you.
Oh, you got the speech.
Yeah, yeah,
nice
for
car.
sure.
Yes.
So an event like today, you know, you don't want to miss a day like today.
I know. Gorgeous out.
So what do you think?
It's a beautiful looking car.
Yeah, isn't it?
Haven't driven one, but maybe one of these days I'll take it for a ride. But it's I like the design. I like what they've done to the front end. It's a nice one.
Yeah, for sure. So tell me about your Targa. That's an unusual color.
Well, it is. It's a repaint, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
The car was a green, almost like a British racing green originally. That color. So it's a work in progress at this point.
Well, they always are.
Oh, I know it. But
even mine behind you is always a work in progress, and mine needs a respray too, by the way.
That thing's been sitting in the garage for almost 18 years.
Nice.
And my wife finally said, either get it out of the garage, get it fixed, or just get rid of it. So I was under a little pressure.
I think all the wives, don't you think the wives talk to each other before they talk to us?
Well, it was taking up a spot.
Where'd you drive in from?
Malta.
Oh, Malta, great.
Yeah, just up the road. Yeah.
I saw your buddy here trying on the new Cayman for size. What do you think?
I read it in an excellent magazine. I just got this month's in the mail, and they said it's a fantastic car.
Yeah.
They test drove it on, I forget which track it was, but the guy said it's fantastic handling.
Oh, it is.
You know, it's great. He had nothing but accolades.
You know, I probably read this same
for the price. It just was. It was. They had. I think it was a yellow one. I think it was a yellow one they had in there. He said this was a fantastic.
So what'd you drive in with?
I got my car in storage still.
Oh, you still?
I got a 2006 Carrera S, 12,000.
Oh, nice.
Found it about a year ago down in Pennsylvania.
So don't you think it's time to get it out of wraps?
Well, I agree with you there. I wish I had it today.
Yeah, I know. So, Mike?
He's got a GT3.
Oh, your GT3? Oh,
yeah,
right there.
Right there.
Oh, my God. I saw it here in the fall. You brought it in the fall.
Yeah, I changed the look of it.
Yeah.
I like the red wheels.
It really looks great.
Thanks.
So what do you think of the new Cayman?
Oh, it's an awesome car.
Yeah.
Awesome car.
Have you taken a look at it?
I actually saw it down in New York City.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were down there for the big auto show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Cayman's beautiful. We're looking at the new GT3. phenomenal.
Of course. Well, you know, that's not too shabby, that GT3 you got.
Nah, but Joey, when you run them, you always want something different.
Yeah, exactly right. 2-year-itis, I think they call it, right? You keep it for a couple of years.
Not for me, it's every 3 months.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, so a real Porsche file.
That was always my dream car. Now I got it. Now I want something else.
Yeah, for sure.
But it means I'll have to get another job.
So you drove in today?
I drove in.
What'd you drive in with?
2006 Cayman S.
Oh, no. Oh, well, then what do you think?
I love it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
What do you like about it?
Just the body style. A little more horsepower to it.
Yeah.
A little more headroom inside. I just love the whole look of it.
Yeah. Boy, tell me it isn't great in black.
Gorgeous in black.
Isn't it nice?
The black on black.
We're affiliated with anywhere that has Porsches for sale.
That's right.
We are certainly all over the country, all over North America, and it is international. So it's the largest auto club in the world.
Well, you know, it speaks highly of the club that you're affiliated with this dealership, because this is car heaven, and it's nice of them that they're affiliated with you. I think it's terrific.
Yeah, and they promote the club and they encourage people to join, and
they are members also.
Yeah,
they go on drives
discounts
with us. We have a drive every month.
Yeah.
We have certainly we have autocross. We have the DE, which is driver's education. We do several times a year at Lime Rock and Watkins Glen.
Great.
And we have monthly meetings that everyone's welcome to come to.
Great.
And the
Good. Well, I'm
dealership
going to
does
pick up
host.
some literature while I'm here.
Please.
And if you turn your head for 2 seconds, I'm going to steal your jacket. That's a beauty.
Thank you.
That's a real beautiful jacket. Well, good. Thanks a lot. Well, as you can see, not only did they have, close to 200 people at this event, Hattie's catered it, so how good is that?
That was awesome.
You know, it's great to see Jasper, by the way.
Jasper was here personally, frying chicken.
I know he was. But of course, the unveiling of the car was amazing. Now, something tells me, because when you pulled in today, that you may be driving that same black Cayman that we saw at the show.
We did. We unveiled it at the show, and I fell in love. I got into it. I started driving it, and I have to tell you, the car is incredible. Incredible. And I say this with all sincerity. I am in love with the car. It drives, you feel like you're one with the machine, which is what you feel with every single Porsche. However, this one with the mid-engine, with the perfect balance, with the power that it now has, the 325 horsepower, the stiff roof structure, the longer wheelbase, the wider tracks, the car just, it feels like you could do no wrong. You feel like a professional driver when you're just driving on the street. It's fantastic.
Well, you know, Porsche is saying that they're always real careful of the Halo car, the 911. 50th anniversary this year, we might note, right?
Happy 50th.
And how dangerously close this car has come to that iconic 911.
Absolutely.
And for the price point that you get into this car, I mean, you don't buy a car like this for the price point, but just to acknowledge
Absolutely.
it. Just that they can put this much engineering,
of course,
expertise, history, racing experience inside a car like this. So a guy like you gets in it, drives it, and just knows how magnificent it is.
Absolutely.
Well, it's great to see you again.
Thanks,
I hear you're going on vacation.
I am going to
That's
Paris.
a well-deserved.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. We're excited. Not excited to leave our little 2.5-year-old boy behind. We're nervous about that, but excited to be able to, you know, enjoy some time with my wife.
Just make sure you don't leave the keys to the Cayman near his crib, and I think you'll be
Absolutely.
fine.
We have little Porsches for him. He does just fine with them.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Good. Thanks for watching.